you still walk the fertile fields of my mind.
Professor in family life. That's an easy major.
This is the story of a boy named Tommy and how he learned all Mother do for him.
Good.
This is Tommy's room. Can you guess what he's thinking?
What a dump!
Look how neat and straight his whole room is. Tommy's thinking hard because he hasn't done a thing to his room since he left for school this morning. And when he left, the room didn't look like this at all.
He's in the wrong
With
house.
toys on the shelves, bed neatly made, clothes put away. No, this morning it looked like this.
Had more of a Queen Anne theme to it.
Yeah. Nice.
Clothes scattered about. Toys on the floor.
Beer cans everywhere.
Yes, when Tommy went to school this morning, he left his room a mess. But now,
Hey.
everything is neat and straight.
Except for his
Now,
mind.
how do you suppose that happens?
What is this crap?
And that's not all. Yesterday, Tommy tore the sleeve of his favorite cowboy shirt.
In a prison
And
break.
now it's mended as good as new.
Tommy's the lathe of
And
heaven.
this jacket had a button off. Now there's a new button. And you know, things of that sort don't happen just in Tommy's room. They happen all over the house.
It's called guilt, and boy, does it work.
After breakfast, the kitchen looked like this. Then, do you know what happened while Tommy was in school?
Someone stole everything.
Yes, the table was cleared, the dishes were washed and put away, and the whole kitchen was cleaned up.
By a woman with no career
Same
outside
thing
the
happens
house.
with the dirty clothes. They get washed and ironed and put away just like magic.
Magic's easy once you know Mom.
And the groceries that come from the stores. Well, see that chicken?
Where?
Yeah.
Here's the way it looks when Tommy sits down to supper.
Trumpy, no! That reminds me, I gotta go freshen up.
Things certainly do happen while Tommy's in school. Now what does Tommy see?
It's Tommy's connection coming up the
Where's
walk.
he going? Oh, here's Tommy's father, home
What Tommy
from
calls
work.
many men dad.
And here comes Mother to
You
say
look really
hello.
good, Crow.
Hello, Master.
Tommy likes to be with his parents. And this evening is a little special, for it's the day for Tommy to receive his allowance.
Here's a penny.
Every
Happy
week,
birthday.
Father comes home with money for Tommy and for Mother.
I suppose he
Money
wants
Father earns by going out and
some. Here's
working
a
for
dollar.
his
Go buy
family.
yourself something pretty.
After supper, the kitchen looks very much as it did after breakfast. Do you know who will clean it up?
The maid?
Tommy knows that when he gets up tomorrow morning,
Help those
everything
potatoes.
will be done. So, good night, Father. Good night, Mother.
Good night, Oedipus.
Good night.
Sleep.
No, help! There's an announcer under my bed!
Now the faces of those he's wronged flash before his eyes.
Whoops, almost forgot something very important.
To pay homage to Gorto.
He'd better put the allowance money in his bank before he forgets.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that penny just sitting out.
But say, that's not very much money. And there are shows to go to. And that superatomic airplane to send for.
People to buy.
Well, there are so many things a boy likes to have money for.
Like play the numbers.
Tommy's going downstairs. He's going to ask Father if he can't have a little more money every week.
But first he straps Gophers to his feet. Bye.
And Tommy will get to see what Mother and Father do after supper.
And what all the yelling's about.
Yeah.
Mom? Dad?
Oh my God, that's disgusting! Oh!
Oh.
They're doing those dirty dishes. And Mother is telling Father all about the things she did while he was at work.
Well, I isolated that
What did
nucleotide
Mother
today.
do today? The first thing she did this morning was to fix up the kitchen.
Mom leads a life of quiet desperation.
She cleared the table and washed the dishes and put the food away and made everything spick and span.
While suppressing her own dreams.
Then she went up to Tommy's room to straighten it.
As she chokes back the bile of resentment.
There were train tracks and other toys to be picked up and put away. There was the bed to be made.
And the maid to be bedded.
There were clothes to be hung up. And some would need washing or mending. After that, Mother started on the ironing.
The most satisfying part of her day.
Doing the family washing and ironing is a pretty hard job. But Mother does it regularly every week.
She's in what we call a rut.
And the cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Mother
that
has to
too.
find time to make good, nourishing meals for the whole family
We're
every
having cat
day.
today.
She knows Tommy's appetite is getting bigger and bigger.
While his brain gets dimmer and
Later,
dimmer.
she did the mending. Well, there's Tommy's cowboy shirt and his jacket.
He can rejoin the village people now.
Tommy could be more careful with his clothes.
And why should he?
Those are just some of the things that Mother has to do. No wonder she's often tired at the end of the day.
Tired of
It
Tommy.
seems Mother never stops working for the family.
And the man.
And what about Father? What does he do all day? Well, he had a particularly hard job today.
Dad pulls the
One
lever
he
at the
really
big house.
didn't want to do. But he did it anyway. Because that's the way Father earns money, by doing the job.
A lousy job.
You see, it is the time he gives, the work he does, that he gets money for.
Here.
And
We
this
gotta
is
let
the
you
money
go.
the
Here's your
family
pink slip.
has to
Be out of
pay
the building
for the
by 5.
home and food.
Thanks a lot.
And
Yeah,
give
that's
Tommy his allowance, too. In a way, the money is Father's work. At home, before supper, Father worked on the family budget.
Oh, man, we're in trouble.
It isn't easy to figure out how best to spend the money. Because there are always so many bills to pay. And so many things the family wants to buy.
Luxuries like shoes and
After
food.
supper, Father repaired a broken chair. Fixing things instead of buying new ones is a good way to save money. Yes, sir, Father and Mother do a good job of working together.
Given their limited capabilities.
Like a team.
As for Tommy, he's a slacker.
They do so many things for the whole family. And that's something Tommy hadn't thought about before.
Yep,
A team.
I've got it. I'm resolved now.
That's what a family is. A family is a team that works together.
A losing team, but still,
And
you know, I
Tommy would like
kid
to
the-
be on that team.
So he punts a football
He
through the
thinks
window.
it's something like a football team. Yes, Tommy likes to play on a team. And he knows that to have a good game, you must all work together.
And take steroids.
And every member of the team must do his share.
Or have a rich dad.
Now Tommy wants to do his share for the family team. One thing, he can save his money, not ask Father for more. And so help the family buy more things they all want. And starting right now, he can help Mother by putting things away.
Like his hopes and dreams.
Yes, from now on, things are going to be different with Tom.
Whew, his feet stink.
Phew.
After a week or so of trying,
He gives up.
Tommy was really working on the team. When a piece of train track was broken, Tommy fixed it himself.
Killing 400
So
commuters.
Father didn't have to fix it or spend money buying new track. Don't you think that's a good way to help your father and show him how much you appreciate all he does for you?
If you're into that kind of thing.
And see how neat Tommy's room is. Tommy's gotten in the habit of picking things up and putting them away. And it makes him proud when Mother doesn't have to do any work in his room.
Now that he's in his place.
Isn't that a good way to help your mother and show her how much you appreciate all she does for you?
My mother is a saint.
And Tommy has thought of other things he can do for his parents.
Last night he did a ring job on
It's
the
really
car.
more fun than work when you know you're helping your mother and father.
You know, Mom, I'm going to be a mixologist when I
Wouldn't you
grow
like
up.
to do things for your parents the way
Mom,
Tommy
I
does?
translated a Beckett play this morning.
Then help to keep your room clean and neat.
Well, seal it off. Don't go in there.
Keep your clothes on hangers. Try not to tear them or get them too dirty.
Try not to eat them.
Put things where they belong. Don't leave them on the floor when you're not using
Yeah,
them.
what is with you today, Tommy?
Help save money. Remember, someone has to work to earn it.
Get Porky some pants.
Help your parents around the house. There are many jobs you can do that will make things easier for Father and Mother.
Tommy showers only half his body to save water.
Try to think up new ways you can help your family and ask your mother and father about them. They'll be glad that you want to do something that proves how much you love them and appreciate all the things they do for you. Your parents will
Nothing,
appreciate
Dad,
your
nothing,
help,
nothing. I just kept
just as
bleeding.
Tommy's father and mother do. And what's more, because Tommy has helped to save money, Mother and
You do the
Father
voice, I'll
agree
work the
that he
jaw,
has
honey.
earned a share
Hello,
of the money
Bobby.
saved. A bigger allowance.
A nickel, thanks, Dad.
That's mighty
Oh,
good.
son of-
But what's better, Tommy knows he's a real member of his family team.
From slacker to booster. Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dad.
dope.
Your body looks cool.
This is the story of a robot named Crow. Can you guess what Crow is thinking? Crow is thinking hard, or as hard as he can think anyway, on how the satellite got so darn clean. It wasn't clean this morning. Think hard now, Crow. Think really hard, you poor dope. Scan that scrap heap you call a brain and try to find some piteous shred of
Hey,
thought or some...
knock it off.
Oh, sorry. Ah, yes, there it is. Who does these things when we're too lazy, too bloated on dinners of rich food and generous portions of our own gargantuan ego? Who debugs the massive computer control center because our own enfeebled brains can barely add fractions? Who provides the warm, inviting water in which you bathe your filthy, oil-stained carcass? Who goes on mind-bendingly dangerous missions outside in the cold, black void of unforgiving space, while you sit inside, cozy as Alistair Cook, sipping cocoa and watching Tiny Toons? Pinch yourself hard, Mr. Robot. You deserve it. You think you're all sunshine and goodness, but you're nothing but dirt between the toes of an evil troll. That's right. Who periodically changes the plutonium rods in the nuclear reactor deep in the bowels of the ship, while you feast on gooey handfuls of fiddle-faddle and play hopscotch and marbles, and it's spring and the little goat-footed
Hey,
little
now,
whistles
just a
far and
dog-blasted minute here. What are you laying it all on me for? You're the laziest robot I've ever seen.
Oh, I see. It's me now, is it? Too painful to look into that deep, dark, truthful mirror, eh? You make me sick.
I thought you looked sick, but it's always hard to tell with you.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, hi.
the gypsy.
With the, I gotta go clean my room.
I'm gonna go clean your room, too.
It's gonna help me clean my room.
It's the one show on television that I always look forward to. It's the one show on television I always hate to see end. And I never go away unhappy from this show.
This is MST3K, a behind-the-scenes look at Comedy Central's cult phenomenon, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
We never say who's going to get this. We always say the right people will get this.
Watch, this is MST3K. Tonight at midnight. Oh.